In this video, we are going to explain the essential things that you must know before you decide if Colorado Springs is going to be a great fit for you or not. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Sean and this is Crystal, and if you clicked on the video, you're probably in the beginning stages of deciding if Colorado Springs is going to be a great fit for you and your family. So we wanted to give you some of the basic information that is need to know to decide if this is going to be a great place for you or not. And one of those things that actually affects us in our daily lives and in every season of Colorado Springs is the fact that we are near a mountain town, but we are not necessarily classified as a mountain town. Do you want to tell them a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, I mean, the great thing is that you see the mountains everywhere that you go. When you're driving, when you're biking, when you're walking, mountains are what looks like right there. But in reality, with living in Colorado Springs, we're not really that close to the mountains when it comes to like doing mountain things, right? So like snowboarding and skiing, that's not necessarily right out our back door. You have to drive a few hours to get there. So good and bad, right? You can go hiking, right? And you can go to, we have like in Colorado Springs, the Cogrel, right? Which is up a mountain. Manitou Springs, which with the incline. But we're not really a mountain town.
Yeah, you can go hiking, you can go biking, but if you're wanting to get into some of those other activities, then you are going to have to plan to drive several hours, which is one of the things that's funny because like, have you ever made a decision that like, oh, this is what I'm going to start doing, right? And this is my plan to execute it. But then all of the life things happen to you that kind of prevent you from doing all the things that you said you were going to do. That's me when it comes to like winter activities. And if you're new to the channel, or even if you're not, you've probably heard me say like, I am not a huge winter fan in Colorado Springs because of that exact reason. I don't take the time to carve out 2, 3, 4 hours to drive to a mountain town like Breckenridge or Vail where I could go skiing for the day and then want to drive back same day or decide to stay up there for the weekend or whatever that looks like. I just don't carve out the time for that. So if something like that is essential to you in your lifestyle and you're debating if Colorado Springs is going to be a good fit for you or not, I would definitely plan on that. Where there are certain things when it comes to the Colorado Springs lifestyle with nature that is going to be 3, 4, 5 hours away for you to drive. Even lakes, like we have Pueblo Lake, Pueblo Reservoir, that's probably an hour and a half depending on where you're at in Colorado Springs. Her family goes camping all the time. They live in Denver. If you're wanting to go to different lakes to do whatever it is, boating or whatever, right? You're going to have to plan sometimes for like a 3 or 4 hour drive to go do those certain things.
Right. But, and I will say though, you guys, that even though, Colorado Springs isn't really a mountain town, the great thing about it is that it's only a few hours away.
True.
Right. So we're talking about, we don't prioritize going skiing or snowboarding because it's not something that we're super passionate about. We've done it, we like it, we enjoy it when we do it, but for us to carve out that time, to take the time to go there is not something that's super important to us. But if you are someone that it is important to you and you have the flexibility to be able to take off the weekend and go up there, then Colorado Springs is a great fit because you can't get freaking Colorado Springs prices in Breckenridge or Aspen or, any of the mountain towns. You definitely, it's a whole different ballgame when it comes to pricing. So it's nice living in Colorado Springs because it is just a few hours away for you to be able to go explore and do any type of, mountain, especially in their winter, right? Snow tubing, snowshoeing. You can even go, not in the winter, but like horseback riding through the mountains. And there's so many things that are literally just a few hours away.
I think another thing that prevents us from doing it more often is that we're both natives. We've grown up here. We've done all the things that there are to do in and around the Colorado Springs area. So to us, it's like we've done it. We've checked it off the bucket list. We really enjoyed it. But there's other things that we choose to carve out our time for now. So just another thing for you to think about if you're debating moving to the Colorado Springs area. We're near a mountain town, but we're not necessarily classified as a mountain town.
And of course, because we are your local real estate agents, we think that we should just give you a little little bit of information.
She tried to rhyme something there.
I did. I totally tried
and
to be
she failed.
I tried to be too, but that did not work. Epic fail. But hey, we're real and honest with you guys. But we are your local real estate experts, right? And so I think it's important to kind of talk about what that looks like here in Colorado Springs, because we get a lot of you guys that are relocating here, and it's kind of sticker shock for some, and then others it's like, oh wow, that's super affordable, right? And so it's just like any other headline that you see online, right? It could be like our average price point is almost at $500,000. That could be a really big con, right? Like, holy crap, it's $500,000. Or it could be a really like, holy crap, that's actually super affordable. So it really just kind of depends on where you're at. But the great thing about it is that we have price points from all over, right? And so you can get, a small condo, you can get a paired home, you can get a single family home, you can get a home with 50 acres, that's a manufactured home, you can get a mansion, you can get a $5.5 million house that has every custom design that you could imagine and still be in the heart of Colorado Springs. And so that's one thing that I absolutely love about living in Colorado Springs is that, yes, our average price point is about $500,000, but you can find something that's a little bit less than that, and you can definitely find stuff that's more than that.
Yeah, and again, it all just depends on what your lifestyle is. There is something for everyone in all different aspects of Colorado Springs. So since you're probably just starting your research, reach out to us, click the pinned comment below to schedule a call. We would love to hear about what your needs are and how we can help facilitate and navigate the Colorado Springs area. There's a ton of changes coming in 2026. Be sure to stay tuned for that video. Colorado Springs has changed. If you were here 5 or 10 or 15 years ago, that's another thing. People that come to Colorado Springs and leave usually due to military status, a lot of them end up coming back. But the landscape and the housing options that are available in Colorado Springs over the last 5, 10, 15 years has drastically changed. What you once thought was like a very small community with a population of like 200,000 people has now expanded like 3 or 4 or 5 times past that. So there is a lot of expansion happening. There's little new areas popping up left and right all over town and on the outskirts of town. So let's figure out what's best for you and your family, and then how we can help best navigate that with you.
Well, and I think the good thing too is that, depending on where, what's important to you, right? And we figure that out when we have a discovery call with you. But if Colorado Springs, if that's if that's too close to your neighbors, or if it's too cookie cutter, or you want a little bit more land, like we have so many little pockets of towns kind of all over in different neighborhoods all over the surrounding areas that are super close. I mean, we talk a lot, if you're not new to the channel, you know that we live in Peyton and Meridian Ranch, and I mean it's 17 minutes, right? But you get a little bit more bang for your buck out here. And the houses aren't necessarily completely on top of each other. And so it's like, depending on kind of what you're wanting and what's important to you, we can help place you in kind of, it might not be Colorado Springs, it might be more Fountain, it might be Security, it might be Monument, might come join us out here in Meridian Ranch. So that's kind of what's really nice too about living in Colorado Springs, is you have so many other subdivisions and other neighborhoods and little cities that are super close to Colorado Springs.
All right, one of the last things that we wanted to talk with you guys about today is the idea of the weather and the climate here in Colorado Springs and the surrounding areas. When you're shopping for houses in spring or in summertime, you're gonna walk through the house, you're gonna go to the backyard and say, oh my goodness, I can't wait to barbecue out here, throw the football with my kids, garden, do whatever it is that you enjoy doing on the outdoors, right? But one of the biggest things that drives me nuts is I would enjoy doing all these things, right? Like, I don't get to go to the mountains that are 3-4 hours away, so I enjoy doing things in my backyard or in my nearby community, in the park, whatever that may be. But one of the biggest things that irritates me is the freaking wind out here. Even today, it is absolutely insane. When you think that it's a great idea to do whatever it is, barbecue or smoke your ribs for dinner, the wind can have a big factor on that. I remember it was earlier this summer, I was gonna smoke some chicken, and it was so windy that my smoker could not even keep the temperature that I needed it to keep to be able to cook the chicken all the way. So wind is a huge factor, as well as all of the other elements of the Colorado Springs weather.
Yeah, well, and it's crazy because, we are in Peyton, so the wind is a little bit higher. but we just met with our clients that bought in literally the heart of Colorado Springs, and they were telling us how the wind just gusted a bunch and it was just super crazy, almost knocked down a tree. That is one thing, because we do have 4 seasons, which is amazing. I love it. Right now, I think winter is drunk. It's kind of being very, very delayed, which I'm nervous of. I think I'm nervous that it's all going to come in like January to March, but
normally we'll prep you for like Colorado has winter, snow is coming. It is basically the beginning of the year 2026, and it is sunny and 60 degrees outside, but the wind is absolutely insane. There's trampolines flying into power lines and in the middle of streets.
Yeah.
Siding is getting ripped off of houses. It is super wild. So we haven't had much snow yet, but it's sunny and 60 and very windy. So be prepared for all the things at any given time.
And I think too, if you're coming from a state that has high humidity, this is something that I'm learning about a lot more recently, just from talking to our different clients and stuff. And I didn't realize it until I experienced it. We're super dry here, you guys. So when it's 80 degrees, it feels like 80, 85 degrees, right? But if you're coming from like the south, or if you're coming from somewhere that has high humidity, the humidity makes it a lot colder. And so it may be 60, 70 degrees wherever you're coming from, Texas, Florida, like anywhere south.
Coastal.
But because it is humid, it feels a lot colder. And that can play a really big play on kind of like how the weather is.
Temperatures.
Yes, exactly.
Like, when I look at the weather in Florida and it's sunny and 75 with 100% humidity, 75 in Colorado Springs is much hotter than it is in Florida, just because of the altitude is another factor, how close we are to the sun, but it just feels a lot more drastic. And you'll probably see that if you ever look on your weather app, it says 51 degrees today, but it feels like 62. And you're like, what does that even mean? It's 51, but it feels like 62. That is exactly what it means in Colorado Springs. And you'll see certain people, such as myself, who are natives when it's 35 degrees outside in Colorado Springs, wearing shorts and a polo. And it's like, well, no, it's not really that cold as long as the wind isn't a factor.
I was going to say, it's super windy, you guys. And
if you get the wind chill, yeah, it's crazy.
He's crazy.
But yeah, Colorado Springs weather is all over the place. Sometimes you'll get a ton of snow. Sometimes it's end of December, early January, and there's no snow, and it's 65 degrees outside. Like, you should never really expect anything. Always look at your weather app and kind of plan 5 to 7 days in advance to figure out what you're going to be doing. Because again, if you're a huge skier, snowboarder, you're wanting to get to the mountains, it's not just affecting Colorado Springs. Like, there is barely any snow in the mountains right now. So they're using things like artificial snow and things like that to get the season started. But I know a lot of friends nearby that are very upset that it's not snowing. I'm not one of those people.
Well, and with that too, you guys, just kind of with being a drier climate, your skin's going to be different. You're going to want to use lotion. You're going to want to drink a bunch. Your hair, for us females, like being more dry, it works a lot better going, like if you're coming from a humidity state, then you're going to love coming to Colorado when it comes to that kind of stuff. Going somewhere, like moving from Colorado Springs to somewhere else, you're going to be like, wait a minute, like what is going on? So there's just a lot of different things that kind of come to play. And a lot of times you can't it's not really going to like stick with you until you actually experience it. But that's why we're here, is to kind of help educate you, guide you through kind of what living in Colorado Springs looks like.
Yeah, these are just a few of the essential things that you need to know. If you are in the beginning research stages, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We drop new Colorado Springs content every single week. We have a ton of informative videos. And like I said, if you're getting a little bit more curious or closer to actually becoming a potential resident, be sure to click the link in the pinned comment below to book a call with us. We'd love to hear about your situation so that we can help you navigate this market a little bit easier.
So as you guys know, this is Crystal and Sean, your local real estate agents. We appreciate you for tuning in to our channel every week and listening to what we have to say. And until next time, we will see you then.